My name is Nuno Rodrigues. I'm the Chief Technical Advisor for Logimade. Logimade is a company with different areas. We operate, and for the concern of this project, we operate mainly in two areas. One is the logistics area, where we do express deliveries all over the island of Madeira, particularly in Funchal, in the city of Funchal. And the other one is that we collaborate with municipalities, and we develop and manage waste management solutions in order to coordinate all the collection of the trucks and the planning of the waste collection and waste management system. So under these areas, the idea came up because we were we knew by contacting with the municipalities that they are having a hard trouble detecting where are the waste occurrences. So situations where you have overfilling of bins, where you have waste disposals, improper waste disposals, for instance, furniture and appliances all over, mainly in the city and also in rural areas around the city of Funchal. So we looked at the problem, and one way that we regarded this is to leverage on our fleet of vehicles that we already have for the logistics, and to put some sensors. In this case, we are just using, for now, smartphones to register images from the streets, so public images that these cars are collecting whenever they go about their business on the city. And then we thought and we realized that it wasn't enough, our fleet of vehicles, so we partnered with another express company, which in this case is Transbag, which is a larger company with a larger fleet of vehicles, and we install also smartphones into their fleet to capture these images. And then we build this data space where we gather all this data, all these images go to, in this case, for a central server managed by Logimade, and then we run analysis on this information. Our main focus now for the concern of this experiment is to identify and detect improper waste disposal or improper waste situations, occurrences in the city. Over that, we also, because we have another partner that also approached us and is interested in advertising, to check the status of the advertising status, in this case billboards and similar content, advertising content that is spread all over the city. So the idea is really to create, the first idea was just to identify waste management, improper waste disposal occurrences. Then with the potential that we saw on this data that we are collecting, the idea evolved, and now we are in the process of creating what we call a twin city, a digital twin of the entire city, where you can use this data and we can share this data. Of course, we have to be extra careful how we share and to whom we share, and if the entities they are authorized and they are authenticated in order to guarantee that they are who they say they are, because some of this data can be quite sensitive. We are talking here about high frequency, high definition images of the entire city in the end, and so we have to use this and to put such a project in place, such a solution in place with such a staggering amount of data, and to share the data for different purposes, namely for two specific purposes. It can be more in the future, but now we are foreseeing just two applications here. One is for every other entity to use this as an open source data repository for any other entity, any other company with expertise in image processing, image analysis, to come up and develop their own algorithms to analyze the data and produce more value and produce more knowledge with the work that we have been doing. That's one way that we want to take this project on. The other one is ourselves. We will use this data to analyze it and to create a detailed description of these occurrences and to give them to interested entities. In this case, municipalities in the autonomous region of Madeira, as well as Madeira Waste Recycling, which is a company that recycles waste, and they are particularly interested in every kind of waste that has metal or plastic, and we can identify this by the pictures, and then we provide them the exact location of the places where this waste is, and then they go there because they make a value on this, so they are interested in doing so. And while we are doing this, We also improve the operation of these companies. So, for instance, Madeira Waste Recycling does not have to go all around the city to look for this waste. They can know exactly where it is. That's one thing. Also, the teams from the municipalities, they know where to attend to the occurrences, instead of just going about in traditional pre-programmed routes around the city. They know when they go right to the point to fix the situation. This also reduces, first it optimizes the services, optimizes the resources that the municipality has in order to do the same job. And in the end, it reduces the costs and even CO2 emissions, because they will not have to use so much of their vehicles in order to go around the city to check this. Keep in mind that we are collecting images with vehicles that already roam the city. So we're not changing the routes of the vehicles. We are using the exact same impact in terms of the environment. There is no added impact with all this, okay? Now, data share was absolutely important to guarantee and to implement this broad solution. In the long term, the dream is to create the twin city, the digital twin of a city. And i4Trust was particularly useful in terms of resolving problems of authentication, authorization, and the distribution of data, and to do it in a safe and trusted way with all these partners. Even because this is sensitive data, we also have to guarantee for the public authorities, and of course guarantee all privacy and data protection regulations in terms of this solution. And that because i4Trust comes with a lot of assurances and a lot of trust associated with all the components. I think it helps us a lot. It helped us a lot to implement the solution, not just to implement, but to have a solution that has a kind of a quality stamp, or at least a trustful stamp on top of that, which is, in this case, in the digital world, is absolutely important to distinguish and to make the difference of a solution in the market.